Social Security and Medicare finances look grim. Grim, I tell you, says the Washington Post. What? Who knew? Crazy. It's crazy, but look, we got, so right here, Dateline, I think it was just the other day. That's a pretty cool shirt. Look at Michigan taking that guy. I'm not sure who that is, Kansas State guy. The old Cleveland Indian. Look, San Diego Padre. Not sure oh, yeah, look at that, Cleveland Indian classic. I got, it's not this shirt. Vintage brand shirts are freaking awesome. I love them. You should get some. I'm sure what that guy's got. Anyway, so let's look at this. This is from Jacob Bogage and Julie something. So let's look at, I just had to kind of chuckle at Jacob and these two. So he's very young. He's been writing since 2015. He previously wrote for the sports section. Very young guy. She's been there 10 years, but still probably in her early 30s. I just, having these younger reporters. Remember what Ben Rhodes said from the Obama administration. Basically the media is filled with 20-year-old know-nothings who will report what we tell them to report. That was Ben Rhodes from the Obama administration saying that. The media is full of 20-something know-nothings. 100%. They just mimic what the government tells them. They just mimic what the government says. It's crazy. Anyway, a hot job market means the programs won't run out of money as fast as once feared, but projections are still bleak. It's weird that we still focus on the negativity here. Well, there's a reason why they're focusing on the negativity, because it hurts the Republicans, because the Republicans are so stupid. This is an issue right there. It's waiting for you. It's on a tee. All you got to do is take your remember those big plastic yellow bats, and you got this big ball you put on the tee for like a 2-3-year-old kid. You take your big plastic yellow bat, and you just go Krakow, and you call it like Babe Ruth over the right field fence. But no, Republicans are stupid. They won't. It's so insane. Anyway, check this out. They'll run out of money in just over a decade. A new report warned Wednesday, but it will be in 2035 and not 2032, which it was before, in 2036. All right, it's better than many experts had expected, even last year, because they said, look, it'll be 2032 before it goes belly up. But the report said the roaring job market, all these people on part-time jobs, and low unemployment rate means more workers are contributing to the program, shoring up the finances, while record number of retirees enroll for benefits. Shocking. Cause of the roaring job market: illegal immigrants, illegal immigration, undocumented. You said illegal right there. How dare you say illegal? No human being is illegal, Washington Post. Undocumented immigrants still have payroll taxes deducted from their income, but do not draw benefits from Social Security and Medicare. Look at this guy, this con right here. Brian Riedel from the Manhattan Institute, which is not a liberal institute. On one hand, it's good for Social Security, but on the other hand, that means these individuals are being cheated. Oh, they're not making money elsewhere. They're not getting other kind of benefits. They're Brian Riedel, whatever the hell his name is. These illegal immigrants, they're not going to schools for free. They're not getting payroll, Section 8 housing. They're not getting all this other stuff. A welcome that American citizens don't get. Yeah, okay, they might be losing here. They're getting help on the other side. It's freaking just why is it that illegals and homeless people why are these people just not subject to any laws? Illegals can go through the airport without having a freaking ID. Man, no big deal. But you and I, it's just what I don't understand. Why do we lay out the red carpet for squatters and legal immigrants? It's the weirdest thing to me, man. It's a sign of a sickness in the society. Everyone is sucking on Americans' teat. Everyone. Every single country. We have people who hate our country. Who are running the show. There's no other way. And look, this is Republicans too. Where everyone sucks on our teat, and they all take, and no one gives. All take. Except you and I. We got to pay the taxes. We got to carry the load, Frodo. Share the load. You and I are sharing the load with all these other people just sucking on our teat. It's insane. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of everyone taking advantage of America. This is nuts. Anyways, this whole thing is crazy. Well, check this out. Last time the nation's long-term fiscal health was anywhere near the forefront of lawmakers' agenda was in President Obama's first term, when he tried but failed. He tried. Josh is the first black president. He tried. Did he know what the word computer was? I'm just curious, because that's what Governor Hochul said. Black people don't know what the word computer means. They don't know. But Obama's first term, when he tried but failed to work out a sweeping compromise on spending and entitlements with then John Boehner, who now is pushing marijuana, which is weird because I could have sworn in 2009 and 2010, Obama had veto-proof majorities in the Senate and huge majorities in the House. I'm just throwing it out there. Boehner wasn't the House Speaker until 2011, the term that started 2011. So they make it seem like Republicans were pushing the roadblock, yet the Democrats controlled everything in 2009 and 10. Weird how the Washington Post doesn't talk about that, isn't it? Recently, items such as defense, infrastructure, education have been tussled with Sniffy Joe. However, the vast majority of the federal government spending is on mandatory programs, Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits. Entitlements have grown dramatically. Wait, I thought the entitlements weren't keeping up with everything. Well, that's weird. The United States spent $2.9 trillion on Social Security and other major healthcare programs under the fiscal 2023, according to the Congressional Budget Office. But remember, affordable care is going to make you can keep your plan. It's going to make your healthcare less expensive to you. Oh yeah, okay. And let's keep going. Significant changes. Retirement benefits would face a mandatory 21% cut in 2036. Again, we've always heard this. At some point, you're just going to have to fix this. But I don't deny that. I mean, this is happening. However, they keep pushing it back. But at some point, it's going to be fixed. Nearly 1 in 5 seniors rely on Social Security for 90% of their income. So I clicked on this link because I always like to see, because I don't trust the Washington Post as far as I could kick them. And here we actually have what they address such concerns that the current population survey does not properly measure income from retirement accounts and thus overstates reliance on Social Security. So again, the Social Security Administration addresses that. That's the old CPS numbers were wrong. But still, check this out. All 3 surveys report that roughly half of the aged population live in households that receive 50% of total family income from Social Security, and 1/4 live in households that receive 90%. So over the half of the aged, and basically 65 and older, received, what is it? I can't remember what I said. Over half, what is it? Roughly half of the people 65 and older receive at least 50% of their total income from Social Security. Are there any Republican voters in that category? Oh, yeah, many Republican voters. But let's cut benefits. I mean, it's so stupid. 60 million people on Social Security now. And what is freaking Washington Post? Because Republicans gave them the news to hang themselves on, which they always do. Lindsey Graham will now talk about banning abortion and throwing women in jail. Watch, we'll see. Just like he did in 2022. We're going to ban abortion. We're going to put a national policy out there. Lindsey Graham has never been a big anti-abortion guy, but all of a sudden I know where he is because he knows, man. He knows what role he's played. He's chosen to be he's chosen to be the Washington Generals. But check this out. Some conservatives insist that benefit cuts are the answer. Hey, that's great. And again, we allowed that to be played right here. Cutting benefits, including raising the retirement age, as a leading group of congressional Republicans recommended this spring, is a political third rail. Yeah, that's just so freaking stupid. Anyway, left-wing argue that Social Security benefits should be more generous with increased funding by measures as removing the cap on the level of income subject to Social Security taxes or raising the tax for all earners. That's what you got to do, raise the tax for all earners. I got no problem with that. Anyway. This isn't anything we haven't heard before. And there's nothing you specifically can do about it. It will be fixed at some point. But what's the military budget? What is it, like $600 billion? What's the Department of Education budget? Let's just cut all the budgets by 10%. Let's just do that and use the savings to fund Social Security. So crazy, it just might work. God bless. We'll see you.